Hello, everyone. I'm Ruth Hanston, and I've had some requests from some folks to really talk about some of those basics of leadership that I've learned over the 50 plus years that I have been a nurse and a leader. And so I want to bring some of those to you in very short format and also to talk a little bit perhaps about things that I learned from making mistakes in the years that I've been in a leadership role. So today I want to just spend probably 4 or 5 minutes max to talk about two fundamental things without which you cannot be successful. So in healthcare, you know what? Failure cannot be an option. And I see failure as not being the leader that you could be to help protect patients and to help the employees, the people on your team, to feel really excited and happy about the work that we are able to do. We are vouchsafed with a really sacred trust with the public. So failure cannot be an option. And so, as we look at all the things that we are accountable for, maybe we didn't even ask to be a manager or a leader, and yet we have all these things that we're carrying around. And I think it's important to know, though, that you have to be aware of your own impact. You know, Parker Palmer says just beautifully that we shed either light or shadow on the people around us in our environment, and especially as a leader. So, all those people that you interact with all day, you can shed some shadow or you can bring light into their lives. And so, remembering that, you know, we don't want to whine. I mean, even though we have all these things, we have to realize that we can have courage to go forward because there is power in the impact that we're able to have in these very responsible jobs. There is power. The second thing that is very basic is to know your team. And what I'm talking about the team is knowing people that, I mean, you know who they are. You can see them. You know them as people and their competencies. You can hear their concerns. You listen to what they're telling you about what's not working in the processes. And you're engaging them to be a part of the solutions that we need to have in order to improve healthcare under the very serious challenges that we have today. So, knowing yourself, knowing your team. So, some coaching questions for you. My idea would be that every time we have one of these discussions, short discussions, that I leave you with some coaching questions that will help you think about how you are incorporating these ideas into your daily work, into the way that you set up your calendar and do your lives too. And so, how often do you think about your impact and your personal purpose when you walk into work? Instead of listening to a podcast or checking your texts, think about how important it is that you are doing your job to the best of your ability. Also, we'll talk more about measuring your impact and taking accountability in the future because people have asked about those. But remembering that, we have a team to work with, and together we can be accountable for the results that we achieve together. So, what strategies are you using to acknowledge your team, to see them, to listen to them, to find out what they feel are the most important priorities that need to be addressed? And most especially, how you celebrate the progress, the positive results, even small things, somebody getting discharged or the fact you're making a little bit of improvement with employee retention. What is it that you can celebrate? So essential. And so if you have questions or new topics, you can certainly ask me. Not that I might possibly get to them. I could, or maybe I won't have time, but please do feel free to add them into the chat or to email me. And I want to leave you just with uh, a short favorite quote that I have used from Mary Mallison, a friend who was the editor-in-chief of the American Journal of Nursing. And this to me is what I need to see when I'm having a very difficult day. So when you feel alone in your battle against ignorance, fear, injustice, or pain, close your eyes and sense the vibration, the music of thousands of nurses' lives. Lives that are like yours, love songs to humankind. They are songs of peace and hope and possibility, and they are beautiful. Thank you. Until the next time.